Is Rios the savior of no jumper? That's what people want to know. Moving forward, are you going to be part of the Tuesday show?
To being on the Tuesday show,
Yeah.
I wasn't opposed to it. I said yes. I was supposed to be there. From what I saw it as today, FMW was doing a live show, but they canceled it.
Yeah.
It was a tour. They were gonna do a tour.
That, yeah.
The Ace Boys weren't going. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't a part of that, but Pun is FMW.
Yeah.
And what I saw was Pun had too much control of our internet time, or our screen time.
We are back. Cool Media TV interviews, where we pull up with the most viral foods, you know what I mean? Yeah, shit. I want to welcome to the homie Rios.
What's going down, man?
Jason Rios, to be exact.
Yeah,
And shit.
Mr.
Mr. Jason Rios.
That's right.
Put some respect on his name.
Some respect on his name.
Man, dude.
Straight out of Long Beach, right? Straight out of Long Beach?
Yeah, straight out of Long
Yeah,
Beach.
let me know a little bit of your background, because I know you have a little bit of Latin from what I see.
So my
You know what I mean?
mom is black and my father is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Yeah, so born and raised in Long Beach. Spent up my whole life in Long Beach, pretty much, and now Leimert Park.
And how was that dynamic with the parents? Was it like?
It was a cool parent. Like I give both my parents grace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I give parents that raised children in the 80s, all of them, I give them all grace, because the 80s was no fucking joke.
You gotta grade them by a curve.
You
gotta grade them by a curve.
Gotta
for sure.
grade them by a curve, because they were going through some tough times. You know what I mean? It's like the crack era, all this shit popping off, and they did the best they could with what they had.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm here. I made it. And so now that I have children, I understand how difficult it is being a father and being a parent. You're not gonna get shit right, really.
Yeah.
Like you don't find out till later on if it worked or not.
Yeah. And then at what age you feel like the street side calling you, or like you being outside? Like, what was the transition period?
To the streets or away from
or
the
just
streets?
like when you start to kind of like hang out and start getting into, like, you know, that type of lifestyle?
I would say like sixth grade, like started like just, you know, being like a little knucklehead and like fucking around every now and again and smoking and this and that. But like eighth grade, when my uncle killed himself, that was like the breaking point.
Yeah.
And it just sent me like a tidal wave through the city, just like fuck everything. But I didn't know that that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that that's what was the cause of the effect.
actions.
You know what I mean? And I was just, everybody like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you doing this? And it, to me, it's like, y'all as adults are asking a child, was like, y'all should know, like, oh shit, he's going through all this shit, like divorce, suicide, grandma sick. Like, I don't got the answers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just out here trying to deal with life, how I'm dealing with it, all this death, multiple deaths and shit. And it's just like, all right, man, still go to track practice.
Yeah.
Like, track practice, like, school, like, fuck that.
It's not normal to like normalize how to deal with like grief in the hood, or it's not normal to like even talk about your feelings when you're going through some shit.
Yeah.
So you just do what everybody else does. They put the anger on something else. You know what I mean?
In the 9th grade, one of my good buddies got shot in the face with a shotgun, shot and killed, shot in the face with a shotgun. Next day at school, just like,
Yeah.
go to basketball practice. It's like, wait, what about it? Like, you know what I mean? But it wasn't even a question to us. It was just like, okay, just life.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's because this is like peak NWA era, basically, where it's like everyone's trying to sort of be like a macho? and
I
so
think
you
we were
can't-
raised by those people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because in high school, and that I was in the 90s, that was more so Snoop,
Yeah.
more like player, like hood. But we were raised by some hard people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they had to be tough. And it was just keep on trucking. Like, that was like, keep on moving. You just keep it pushing. But it never gave you time to deal with the shit that's going to fuck you up later.
Yeah. You just got to be like nonchalant and just hold everything in.
Hold
right?
everything in. And that's not the right way to live, because it's going to come out.
Yeah.
And who it hits, who knows?
Do you feel like it came out
All the
for
time.
you on
yeah,
some
like
points?
all the time. It came out, but it was that was my therapy. Lashing out, acting up, drinking, acting crazy. That was like my way of beating myself up. You know what I mean? Like the pain was a relief.
Yeah. And what kind of kid were you? Were you a smart kid?
I was up until like 6th or 7th grade. I was doing good in school.
Yeah.
But the moment that you needed to do at home studying and like that kind of shit, I have like mental stuff, right? Like memory and studying and focusing and just my shit be all off. I was just smart as a whip. Like I could just get the answer like, okay, yeah, this and that. I could listen. And, but when it came to go home, read, put this down, do this, it was like, oh.
Yeah. And on top of that, there's like stuff going on at home, right? Like there's like, everybody got their things going on at home. They expect you to focus and be the best student at home. It's like, bro, we got shit happening right here.
Like, no, like what?
Yeah.
And it's like, my wife is completely different. My kids are completely different. And it's like, you have to be taught how to study. You know, like you have to be taught how to study, how to do this. And I think if I'd have had those tools or if I'd had a little bit more attention paid, I might have been all right. But it was just like, Pops was working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, never home. So it was just like, my mom and dad had split at that time. It was just, what? I got this shit all to myself. I can do whatever I want. Study.
Yeah.
Nah.
Study.
Did you end up graduating or
Right. High school? No.
No, in high school. You just got straight to work or just like,
No.
how was that transition
in a
from?
sense, straight to work in a way, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
okay.
But like, I got kicked out of school in 11th grade out of Long Beach Poly. And I got sent to PAL.
Legendary high school.
Yeah, went to Poly Academic Accelerated Learning, which is like the continuation school for Poly. And then I got kicked out of there. And then went to adult school.
Adult school.
Yeah, GED type shit.
And then your aura is very like, your aura is very family. You're very poised now. I know you probably through the 20s, you had your ups and downs, but at what point do you fall into the whole family like dynamic and stuff?
Like the family life dynamic.
And was it easy as well?
No.
Because you know how, you know?
It wasn't because I had all these issues that were being exacerbated. Like, you know what I mean? Like stacking on top of each other and just getting worse and worse and never doing the work to figure out what's going on. But when I met my wife, she started like teaching me through action, you know, like about stuff. And she went to school for like therapy or mental health.
Shit.
You know what I mean? So she had these books, I think it's called like the MSD or some shit, MDS or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm a reader, you know what I mean? Like I like to read. And so I just started reading up on stuff and the things that she would be saying. And it made me start like having to like study myself. And like, damn, why does when I see this on TV, it bothers me? Or like, why when she asked me to talk about shit, I'm like, I ain't talking about that. It's fucking, for lack of better words, that's soft.
Yeah.
Of
course, yeah.
Like that,
You're right.
I was looking for one too.
You know what I mean? Like that's that soft shit. Like I ain't talking about emotions, but that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you don't ever deal with that shit, and you don't ever talk about that shit, like how are you gonna get constructive criticism or somebody from their trials and tribulations to tell you what they've seen or this and that? So my wife was a big part of me being more of a family man, and now like 4 years sober, not drinking. You know what I mean? Like so that was a big thing too. You know, like none of this that I do now would be possible if I was still drinking.
Yeah.
And even with her trusting me to do the things that I do, you know, she'd be worried like, oh, you're gonna be out fucking around or being stupid. And me leaving that alone has caused a lot of room of trust.
Yeah.
Has felt like there's more trust there.
How long did it take you for you to like be vulnerable in front of a woman? Because you know, as man, we kind of like, especially from the streets, like you can't show any quote unquote weakness.
Yeah.
So you try to like just like you said, just put everything inside and not even talk about them about whatever you're going through and stuff.
It took a woman that wasn't going to judge me.
Yeah.
Or that wasn't going to throw my vulnerability back in my face.
Yeah.
And use it as a weapon weaponize my shit against me. And so seeing that she did that and that she was just down for me through the time, it takes time to be able to build that with somebody and to know like, oh shit, I got a real rider with me. And so that's a big part. And then like when I was at SpaceX, they gave like like there was like, they used to give classes.
Yeah.
And there was this one about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
And so if you had like anger issues or whatever, they sent you an email.
He's got the little passive aggressive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go to this seminar, but there's this seminar about emotional intelligence. And I didn't feel like working it that day anyway. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the shit. And I went to it, and it was a book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. And that shit was very significant in my growth as a person as well, like paying attention to my own emotions and what causes this emotion, why, what, you know, and the book Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Yeah.
SpaceX, let's not go ahead and skim through that. How did you get to SpaceX? You know, what happened there? Because I've heard a couple little clips out there, but break it down. How do you go from getting married and now you're over here in SpaceX and working?
So I went into like EMT work. I was trying to go to the fire side, and I was doing EMT work in Compton at damn, I can't think of the name, but shout out that company, whatever it is. And I got burnt out. You know what I mean? Like dealing with the patients and like the lack of care for the patients, it was causing me to be not angry, not with the patients, but with the hospitals, with the homes that they were in.
Yeah.
It caused like a big, I don't want to say hatred, but dislike for how they were treated. And it was coming home with me.
Yeah.
And it was just like thinking about how they're being treated and how bad they're being treated. It was messing me up. And so my wife was like, well, why don't you fill this out? There's this place down the street or whatever. Filled it out, got an interview. Pretty much lied through the whole interview about everything.
Like you should.
So let me get that foot in the door, you know?
You know what I mean? We all do it, bro.
I'll work my way through after.
Lied about the whole
That's
thing.
how it works.
Got up in there and I think they wanted me to be like a janitor or some shit. Because they were like showing me like shit that had nothing to do with the rocket. And so then like my hustle mentality was like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? And I saw a dude over by the engines. And I went over there and I was like, hey man, they told me to come check in with you. He's like, they told you to come check in with me? I was like, yeah, man. He was like, oh shit, okay, whatever. And so within like an hour, I was in the rocket.
Oh shit.
Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. He had me like, we were like putting in the COPV bottles in the first stage. And I'm like, what? And so the dude, and I'm not gonna say his name, but Greg, gave me like a list of like 15 tools to get.
Yeah.
And I had never heard of any of those tools, like torque wrench, a crow's foot, a ratchet, just all, like extension, this and that. I'm like, what? And I had my phone, and you're not supposed to have you're supposed to log everything in before you get into the rocket, but I didn't log that. He's like, you're not supposed to have your phone with you. I was like, I know, but I don't want to forget anything that you say and have to go back in and out the rocket.
Yeah.
So I wrote everything down and went straight to the bathroom when I got out the rocket and Googled everything. And so as I Googled it, I took pictures and I went to the toolbox and was like, I had to be super slick for like the first 3 months, maybe 6 months, like just learning.
Yeah.
And then
So wow.
within 6 months, I was like pressure testing the whole fucking rocket.
That shit sound crazy.
Kind of crazy. And it was a lot of brothers, black and brown brothers that was in there that was from the streets that got opportunity to be millionaires. You know what I mean?
Recently there was like a story the way everybody became a millionaire overnight at that company.
Yeah.
You still have stock?
I bought my shit up. I bought my house, paid off. Like I still have my shit, you know what I mean? But I have my home and everything that SpaceX was amazing. Even the hardships of SpaceX. I ended up getting fired over some, I would say BS, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to SpaceX and what they provided. It taught me how to like really work hard. You know what I mean? Like 6 days a week. And no, I could go anywhere now.
Yeah.
Any mechanical place, anything and do it.
Like, what was the most like the hardest thing about working for a company like that? Like, what was your biggest challenge for that?
In the time, it was competition and promoting and doing things like that, and seeing other people with paperwork being promoted or getting positions, or you having to train somebody to do your job and they're getting paid more than you
for sure
as you're training them. You know what I mean? And I noticed that a lot with us. And when I say us, I'm including, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. My wife is going through that right now, actually.
And so it was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, hold on, how much? And you don't know what I know?
Yeah.
You can't even do what I can do? And that was tough. And having to navigate that shit and hold in your emotional. That's when they sent me probably the emotional intelligence.
Got that email.
It was like, hey, this dude is tripping. One time, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, one time I had got drunk at SpaceX because I was hot.
Yeah.
I was mad. And they have this place there, it's called like Mission Control. And so it's like this big ass bubble glass room where you watch the launch of the rockets. And it's like the cafeteria. And I had got on, you have bikes that you can ride around. It was like a 3-wheel, 2 wheels in the back. And I was just riding it around. Like, I told them, I was like, I'm about to get fired today because how they were treating me and weren't giving me what I wanted. And instead of handling it the right way, I was handling it the street way, like ignorant. And I was like riding like a beach cruiser through SpaceX, like, fuck y'all.
I'm going through Long Beach, right?
Yeah, for real. And so it was like the lunch, like the cafeteria lady had said something. She was like, you can't ride your bike through here. And I was like, I don't condone this, but I was like, FUB, you know what I mean? And just riding it. And then I jumped off the bike and like kicked it into Mission Control. And it just like hit the glass, like, boom. And then shout out my dude, Ryan, who came and got me and was like, dude, you tripping. I was like, no, I'm trying to get fired, man. Like, I'm trying to get out of here. He's like, why are you trying to mess up an opportunity? And God sends angels in your life to help you through things, you know what I mean? And he came at the right time. And I never got in trouble for that shit. I never, like, my boss was like, go home, I understand. And he, like, even low key, my boss started crying. Like, you know, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I went home and I didn't plan on coming back.
Yeah.
And they called me. They was like, when are you coming back to work? I was like, oh shit, I can still I'm still I could come back. And they let me back. And from there it was just up. And SpaceX was dope, man. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like you worked at Area 51 in the West Coast version.
Dude. SpaceX it was dope. It was a great experience. And then when I left, I realized how much my family was missing me. You know what I mean? Like that was when I left, that was the biggest regret, when I realized how much I was missing out on with my family.
At that point, how many kids you had by now?
3.
Okay, so your kids saw you like a hardworking father doing it up on SpaceX. Yeah, that shit it's a stat out there, bro.
Yeah. And it was tight, like bringing the kids there, because you used to be able to bring them there and walk through, and they could see the rockets, eat lunch and whatever. It was tight.
When you were at SpaceX, were you going through alcoholism at that time?
Yeah.
And how was that? Like, how were you functioning, or how were you?
Well, I think I always compare myself to my father. Like, I'd be like, because my dad was a functioning alcoholic, a functioning drug addict. He never missed work. He like, as bad as it was, he was at every event. You know what I mean? But he was still he was just functioning. Yeah. And I was trying to be the same way. Yeah. But it doesn't work. Yeah. That shit, like, is not for me. You know, like, it's not healthy for me.
You could only go so long doing.
Go so long, and then every time I'm drunk, I don't do some stupid shit. But every time I do some stupid shit, I'm drunk. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
and even with, like, when you said with the sobriety and you stopped drinking, like, how was that? How did that come about? Like, did you just one day from another cold turkey, or did you go to, like?
I went cold turkey.
You went cold turkey?
My wife went out of town for her cousin was giving birth. And so she went out of town, and I had the kids, and we were at a 4th of July party, and you know our parties, turning it up, and music, food, and it's going down. And my daughter called my wife from out here, called her, and she was up north. And my daughter called her and was like, hey, dad is getting tipsy.
That is on it again.
Dude, dad's getting tipsy.
Yeah.
And so my wife called me and she was like, Zaya's just called me, said that she thinks you're drinking too much.
Oh shit.
And I was like, what? I was like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. And from that day, I was done. Because I didn't ever want my kids to be aware of drinking or accepting of that. Like, oh, that's acceptable behavior to be out of yourself and acting silly or whatever. So when she became conscious and aware is when I was like, fuck this shit.
How old was she when that
She
happened?
was, fuck. Zay is 15. So I want to say, no, she was 9 or 10.
9 and 10.
9 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very important for women. I mean, like raising the daughter to see that that's not normal, so they don't think that's normal when they grow up,
Exactly.
and then their spouse is doing the same thing, and you think, oh no, my dad did it, so it has to be cool.
Exactly.
Like it's normal, no, but it's not normal.
I think the way it happened with you is that your daughter was older and she was conscious enough to know, as opposed to like something like me when my son was still 1 or 2. He was he was gonna be still a while for him to even notice. But like even like with TF, he recently became sober, and it was on his 18th birthday. Like everyone's youth is at a different age.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you still managed to like just shut it down and like not drink.
Yeah.
Cold turkey. TF went cold turkey. I went cold turkey. It's just like it kind of like an epiphany, because I had an epiphany. I don't know how you felt, but did you feel like you were disgusted with drinking leading up to that, or was it just because of what happened? You're just like,
I was disgusted with, like, I was always the one where I'll stop, or I'm only gonna drink beer, or I'm only gonna do wine, or I'm only gonna do this. Like, always find reasons and ways to drink, and I never like looked at it as so destructive.
Yeah.
That my daughter would call my wife while she's out of town to tell on me.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And she didn't want to come up to me. And the other thing was
the fear of that,
she didn't want to come to me.
Yeah.
And be like, Dad, is everything okay? She didn't want to do that. And was it something that I was doing that made her not comfortable to talk to me?
Yeesh.
And that's what I was like, oh, dude, I'm creating a horrible space for my daughter.
yeah.
You know what I mean? To where my wife is out of town and she has to go behind my back and go tell her in some safe space, like whispering, like, oh, this is that. Like, I don't ever want my daughter to feel that way about me or something that I'm doing. So that was like a gut punch.
Yeah.
And it was like,
that was a good.
yeah.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, what were you running away from when you were drinking? Like
What
were
was
you
I running away
what were you
from?
trying to numb?
Just my past behaviors,
Okay.
the things that I've done that are like haunting shit, you know what I mean? Like things that are haunting, and then also like lustful ways of, oh, this is me being a man, or this is how I am, and running away from the square life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like running away from what I was building. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't me. You know what I mean? Like, this is who I am. When I'm like this is the real Rios. Like, this is me. Like, no, that's the negative you. Like, that's the lower you.
But we have comfort in that, huh? We have like
it's
this
so
comfort in there.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And like, I've realized that areas that I would go and places I would go, it wasn't even for the area. It was because I knew I would be feeling this way. I knew I'd be drinking, or I knew we would be banging, or we would be doing like, in that there's a certain comfort in danger and pain and violence. And it's like even Ace Boys Worldwide was like a temptation, but I went through it sober. But even when I first started Ace Boys, I feel like I went to like my younger self. I was more comfortable being my younger self than being who I'm trying to become. And so I was really like cousin saying nigga, like this, like, and it was like, dude, like you're not even presenting the best you. And why is that? Oh, because this is your safe space. This is your comfort in being this. And I was like, you have to be the uncomfortable you that you're trying, show the people that what you're trying to become instead of what you used to be.
Yeah.
And don't harbor that. Don't nourish the bad you. Yeah. Because once you go too far, it's no coming back.
Because I've always said this, like, when I was in the streets, that's like when I felt the most freest.
Yeah.
Because you don't give a fuck. We're not worrying about tomorrow. You're worrying about right now. You're not worrying about yesterday, about your problem. You're not worrying about stuff at home. You're just like, you feel like I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Whatever.
You know, and who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
You know?
We all don't.
We don't
care.
know better. Plus, we don't know better. We don't know what we could do in our life. We're just like, hey, dog, it feels freeing. Yeah, that's kind of like the feeling that I still miss it.
Yeah.
I was like not giving a fuck, like nothing.
Were your children your turning point as well?
For me, was when I got incarcerated and seeing my my little brother going to elementary and him giving me his ABCs to the class. That right there, and my mama and him, like that moment right there, like, damn, what am I doing? You know. But even after that point, I still have to like be part of the program when I go back. Yeah. So I was still part of the program. I was still doing what I had to do. I still had to earn my stripes in there, and I still had to. But I knew that, I got to do this inside for survival. But when I'm out, I got to change, you know?
Yeah.
I got to change because I seen that, and I seen, like, they were thinking that I'm in a hospital, right? Mm-hmm. They're not thinking that I'm in jail and shit. But I think for me, that was a turning point. Yeah. And just seeing how it dragged my family down. But you know what? To this day, I still think about the free days of, like, posted up on Central 98 and just, like, not giving a fuck. It's 40 of us deep, and just like we're smoking 50 blunts through the day and just clowning and you know, to this day, I still think about those memories because it's some of the most funnest ones. Yeah. Even though you might not think like that, but once you're in that lifestyle, it's different, you know.
Hey man, my version of that is, you know, taking the metro down to Santa Monica and just like drinking all day with the boys.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't do anything crazy like that, but you know, everyone has their era that they always look back to, and they're like, damn, we call it the lurking days.
Yeah. I feel like all men go through a phase where they're like, you know, in lack of better words, like risking it, like risking things and just like, you know, like, yeah, we're young, fuck it, let's just
being free.
Being free.
And still, you know, I'll reminisce with the homies, and we'll still play, because we call it the lurking days, because the first friend to get a car, we were all like 17, 18.
Oh, the best.
You know, you were up to no good at that time, but we always played Waka Flocka's Lurking. So every time we see each other from now and then we're like, Lurking.
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah, they were.
It's a real thing. And I would say, like, even like beyond surface level, it's an addiction.
Yeah.
And it's an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
Like I would compare it to like people that skydive. Why do you skydive? Why do you bungee cord? Why do you do that wingsuit shit? It's dangerous. You can die. It's because they're addicted to the rush. And we're not supposed to laugh at bullets as they're coming. You know what I mean? Like, and running and laugh like, oh shit, look at you, fool. You almost got hit. Like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Like, but it was fun.
Yep.
But it's not supposed to be fun. Like, did you hear that shit? Right by it was right there.
Yeah.
Like, and that was exciting.
It was.
You know what I
Actually,
mean?
it was.
Like, and hunting other people. And this, like, it is like, it's so unhealthy. You know what I mean? But it was our introduction to adrenaline rush.
And you're back on the same block the next day.
Right.
Like nothing happened.
But that, and there's a danger there. There's a risk there. Just standing here is a risk. Yeah. But I'm a G. I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's just me standing here lets y'all know that I'm with the business. Mm-hmm. And that's our unhealthy introduction to adrenaline rushes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like when other people get to have the privilege of their adrenaline rush be an airplane ride with their dad driving the airplane, or a race car, or just doing some other shit. And they get that privilege. But the sucky part about our adrenaline rush was we couldn't miss it.
No. Like
it was there. Like just our everyday was an adrenaline rush, and you get addicted to that box. And you're in that box. You know what I mean? Like, and you have to get out of that shit, and you got to find something else to replace that shit.
Yeah, I feel like the best thing to replace that, like once I start to travel places, that's been my replacement. Yeah. To that that whole feeling free thing. Yeah. Like the second best thing is for me is traveling, going out to a random place, and so I found a way to like get that same adrenaline, but in other things as well.
Yeah, and I've noticed that like hood, street, gang banging, young people, when they grow up and grow out of it and find something else, they're super successful.
Yeah.
Because that life is so hard. Like we don't really pay attention of like to navigate that life and survive, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Like all the different politics, all the different shit that you have to do, the hustling, the lying and this and that to just make it to 19, 20, 21. And so like yourself, you find yourself making it out of that and then you find passions in other things. But everything else is so easy in comparison to how hard we made our lives.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because for me, it was a blessing, like even getting caught up. Because if we wouldn't have got caught up, a couple months later, we were gonna shoot somebody that we knew.
Exactly.
Because he did the homie dirty.
See?
And we were like, hey, let's paralyze this fool. You know, that way he don't
Allegedly,
do what you know, allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But that's the thinking.
And we were gonna do that. Somebody that we knew their family, we knew their mom, we knew their dad, but like, hey, this fool crossed the homie, so yo, you know what? We're not gonna kill him, but we're gonna paralyze
his
this
legs.
fool. You know what I mean? Take his legs.
And-
And that was the pivoting point. So for me, it was a blessing getting caught up. It was a blessing what I had to go through. But you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have had it any other way though.
And it's crazy when you know, I've never been in a situation like that, but I'm sure you can look back at it and be like, man, you were in a completely different world where you were boxed into just the life that was going on in your little street, you know? And everyone now to this day, well, more back then, you know, the streets were all about like, oh, this is my street. When in reality, most people, you know, rented, they didn't own anything. And they were just, you know, fighting for the right to say it's their street, but there's no substance to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the ownership is of you controlling the airspace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You control, like, I don't own nothing over here, but I control who comes in here. And you know what I mean? Like, it gives you a sense of a little bit of a false sense of authority because this is us. This is what we do. We control it, but it's all false. It's not real. It doesn't bring you anything. It doesn't gain you nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's here today, gone tomorrow.
And how many of those friends that you had when you were a kid and even in the street life you still talk to today?
A lot of them.
A lot
you know
of
what I mean? A lot of them. But a lot are gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the shit is sad. You know what I mean? Like it's sad. And then like when you speak to them, like you feel bad too because it's like you feel guilty that you made it to a place that they haven't made it to.
Yeah.
And like they're still stuck in the same mentality. But you give way to grace. Like I understand why you're there. You know what I mean? Like you didn't meet my wife. You didn't get my wife. You didn't get the change that I got. I'm not gonna judge you. You know what I mean? Like that's why I don't judge gang banging people or like people that grow up in the hood. I'm never gonna judge and be like, it's over for them. Because they could have easily said it was over for me.
Yeah.
And if everybody gave up on me, I wouldn't have been able to make it to a place where I have a platform where I can be positive. Like,
and I'm proud of the ghetto, bro, because like that's where the talented people come from, you know?
Yeah.
People that change culture, like that they take the culture, it comes from these environments. And I never want to live in in a world where there is none of that.
Yeah.
I feel like you need that. You need to feel like that pressure for those people to overcome it and become legends. Like, you know, you got the Kendricks, you got the Dr. Dre's, you got all these people that have done great things, and they all come from these neighborhoods. So I wouldn't have it any other way. And I'm not in the mentality where we have to get rid of the ghetto. Like, nah, like, bro, that's part of the ecosystem. You know, there's a balance to life, and nothing's perfect.
Right.
But at the same time, it teaches us the good lessons in life, and even like to be able to withstand being out there in life and prevail and level up and shit.
Right. And like promote, you got to promote in life because whether or not we like the ghetto or not, or like the hood, like, cause we respect it and appreciate what it brings, is under attack.
Yeah.
You know, like they're trying to get rid of
Yeah, they are.
what creates greatness.
Yeah, they
You know
are,
what I mean?
bro. They're all pricing us. They're doing a bunch of shit.
Because
Yeah.
they may trick you and be like, oh, this is just bad. It's this, and that. It's negative. Oh, black violence is this. But why all of a sudden it's black violence? It used to be gang violence.
Yeah.
Why are we putting black on it?
Yeah.
Black gang members are such a small percentage of the black community
Yeah.
to give
Very small.
that name of, oh, this is a black problem. No, this is a crime gang problem. And they're judging all of us based off a small percentage. Like the polarizing Mexicans are this, blacks are this, the immigrants are this. This small percentage of what it is, but it gets talked about like it's the majority. And it's the minority. But we're letting them tell our fucking story. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because if we don't advocate for ourselves, they clearly ain't fucking gonna speak of us in a good light.
Yeah, and for yourself, you mentioned the Ace Boys Worldwide. Like, how was that transition from like your regular life to even that?
To the Ace Boys Worldwide?
Yeah, like getting in there, because it was a wild show, and it was a lot of going on, a lot of temptations from all types of angles.
You were doing it sober, so sober
and sober.
Stepping into Ace Boys Worldwide, how was?
Going to Ace Boys Worldwide, it's like.
Can you give some context before you start? I've never.
Okay, so Ace Boys Worldwide was a podcast.
Yes.
The podcast that my buddy Pun started. Him and Fred started this podcast. Ace Boys is like a moniker of when we were like young and just clubbing.
Like a crew.
Just a crew, you know what I mean? And so he started Ace Boys, and it was a wild stream. It was like a wild podcast.
It was like twerking, strippers, drinks, crash outs,
all
straight
kinds
hood
of
shit, basically.
like hood, fun. Like
It was a club for sure.
If anybody grew up in that element, you looked at it and you knew exactly what it was. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like it was relatable beyond color line. Like, you know what I mean? Because we could look at that shit and be like, oh shit, that's the homies. That's what we, right there. That's us. That's what we do. And I love that about it. You know what I mean? But I could only do it for so long. You know, it was an enjoyable moment, but it was also a test on my relationship, a test on my faith, a test on drinking. You know what I mean?
Even your past, because it's like, the street element to it. So it's like you're challenging yourself. Like now you're in front of it. You're beyond it, but now it's here. So how are you gonna act?
How are you gonna act? And dibbling and dabbling is so dangerous. Because all it takes is that one drink, that one night. And I'm blessed to have made it through that shit, because it was temptation every Friday. And I thank Pun, I thank my brothers for creating that. But it was a time and place for it. And we moved on. The challenge was just trying to understand what the fuck it was. Like, I didn't know podcasts and I didn't know live streaming. I said it on No Jumper. Like, if I would have known what we had, I would have fought harder to build it. You know what I mean? Like, help Pun.
As a producer and kind of like expanded it.
Like help him. You know what I mean? Like, now that I understand that I built my own thing out and coming to podcasts, talking to people, like I was ignorant to what we were doing. And I think if I had the mentality I have now, I'm not saying that it would still be going, but I could have helped build it. You know
I think after you left, you had to like kick it into overdrive and like see and do everything yourself. So then when you saw like the Ace Boys and how it ended, I guess you put yourself in Pun's shoes and you're like, he had to do this, he had to do that, he had to make sure, you bring the people in, bring artists in, guests, make sure everyone was good. Do you think if like by you helping, that would have changed anything? Like, let's say your mentality had changed, you're like, all right, Pun, what's good? What should we do? What direction? You think it would have helped keep the show longer? It would have changed? You guys would have butt heads? Or like, I feel like you eventually outgrew that. And it was gonna happen anyways in whatever mentality you were in.
I think if I would have had the mentality that I have now, or not even just the mentality, but the experience that I have now, doing it on my own and being able to relate and understand what Pun was doing, I could have made his life easier. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, for sure. Like, I'll bring this. There's plenty of times he's like, man, you guys got any topics? You got a topic? This, like, he was trying to do it. But I'm not gonna say we, I'm gonna say me. I was not necessarily receptive or understanding of how important that shit was. Like, Pun had a lot going on. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do Ace Boys for a while. And now I'm seeing it in the light. And I think it would have had a different effect, but maybe the time would have had to change. at the night, maybe like
Yeah,
change
yeah.
the schedule, because I didn't want to keep giving my Friday nights up.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
tough.
Like, and not be with my wife
Family.
and my kids, and then just justifying it with the material
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
missing.
Your kids probably watching. And like, yo, what my dad doing?
What's my
My
dad
dad
doing?
not home.
It's Mac over here going crazy.
And I loved it. I loved
Yeah.
it. Like that shit was
Yeah.
amazing.
It was,
It
bro.
was amazing. And
Shit, I was watching for sure.
dude, like, but it just I had to move on for certain reasons, like just schedule wise. But
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to ever working or ever doing anything. Like people think that there's like a beef between.
Uh.
No, there's no beef. Like there's no animosity with me. It's like I understand everybody. I want us all to win.
Yeah,
I
for
want
sure.
us, and I think it's more than possible. But I'm just trying to help people see that.
No, so it was brand new around like what 2023, 2024. Like that was like the where the streets started like getting to the whole podcasting game the hardest.
Yeah.
So it was brand new. And nobody knew what was happening. You know what I mean? They were just doing it. It was crazy. It was live. So it was just like for you like a stepping stone. And even for you, like at what moment did you realize like
That was my
like, yo, this is not where I gotta be? Meaning like there's so much shit happening. People are almost fighting. Drinks being tossed around. Like, did you ever feel like, damn, I'd rather be home? You know what I mean? I'd rather be home with
Yeah.
the kid watching a movie.
It was times driving out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're
Driving out.
like not being happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not
Oh.
feeling good about driving. You know what I mean? Going to do it. Like, and that's when I knew I was like, this is not good for me.
Yeah.
Because I know when I start spiraling, you know what I mean? Like, or when I start, because it'll lead to, fuck, I'm gonna take a shot to deal with this shit. Or I'm gonna drink, or I'm gonna smoke, or I'm gonna do this to deal with something that I'm not comfortable with just to put the mask on.
Yeah.
And once I started feeling like I wasn't wanting to go, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go do this for my boys or whatever, but I realized I was like, I'm not enjoying this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm dealing with stuff at home, I'm dealing with this. And it really was when they were gonna do the live show
Okay.
that they FMW was doing
Yeah.
a live show, but they canceled it.
Yeah.
It was a tour. They were
Yeah, I
gonna do a
remember
tour.
that. Yeah.
And the Ace boys weren't going. You know what I mean? Like we weren't a part of that, but Pun is FMW.
Yeah.
And what I saw was Pun had too much control of our internet time or our screen time. Like I shouldn't be handicapped or dependent on Pun to go live or to speak to the people or to have some motion. I can't depend on him. I'm not his dependent. You know what I mean? Like you have to build out your own shit.
Yeah.
Because it didn't happen. They ended up canceling, so we didn't have that shit. But I built out my own shit in I can't think of the word, but predicting what was about to happen.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a month and a half of us not going live. Let me prepare. Like I was just
Yeah.
in preparation for it. I built my own shit. I started buying my shit, started doing this, and I built out my thing.
And that was before you even left, right? You had
Yeah.
you already had your show going.
Yeah,
I
I already had
remember
my
that.
show going and in preparation for the month and a half. And it wasn't even for just me. It was for like Manny and Fred also. Like, hey, when they do leave, we can come here and get on this.
Yeah.
And I was it was like I wasn't even really building shit just for me. I was building it for everybody.
Yeah, almost like you had to wait for everybody to come back from tour for you
Yeah.
guys to even be a thing still.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the MacWap narrative. Remember
Yeah.
when he used to go out of town?
Yeah.
And they,
It stops,
he didn't
yeah.
leave us the keys and
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
could
Yeah.
scream.
Oh,
yeah.
No one would hear about them unless they went on another show.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like ultimately, you need your own screen time and you need your own platform and your own narrative to get off. And
Exactly.
if no one was there, like you're just waiting around.
And also, at what point did you know how to like separate the its content and its reality? Because like
Probably like a month ago.
you're right. Yeah.
Probably like a month ago. Like really like to like I feel like I've gotten to a mature level, like a maturity right now. I'm gonna say maybe like I'm gonna say like maybe 3 months. Like
Yeah.
3 months ago. I don't know what it is or what it was and why. I have no idea, but just having the time to step away
Yes.
and
Yeah.
look at the shit, like and really see and like, okay, this, that, and look at it through your own lens. Don't look at it through other people's lens or other people's bias or other people's opinions or perspective. What the fuck does Rios think? Like, what do you see? And when I started seeing, I started looking, I'm like, oh, this shit is all a fucking joke, dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's a joke. Like, don't take none of this shit serious.
Yeah.
Don't believe what this person says about this person or this person says about that person. That don't fucking matter. What do you say about that person? Oh, I don't know that person. Oh, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. I don't fucking know any of these people. I don't know that person.
Yeah.
Why do I have an opinion or a judgment of this person if I've never met them?
Yeah.
And so that's where, and I've seen enough times to where people, kill your mama. And then 2 to 3 days later,
They're
breaking
hanging out.
bread.
Yeah, breaking bread.
And then
it's just content and hanging out.
And then, but me, in my heart and in my spirit, it's like, oh, fuck these motherfuckers. Let's go get them. Or,
true.
you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, you more mad than these
Yeah.
you more mad for them than they are for themselves.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're a fool. You're being immature. You're being ignorant. You're too old to be duped like this.
Yeah.
Like, I've been bamboozled.
Yeah. It's almost like you put into the whole tribalism or even being like in the hood, right? Where it's like groups and oppositions. Almost like you're repeating it in a different way.
Right.
And also it's a disservice for yourself because I do see you as a journalist. And for you to not be able to sit down with people that you have opposite views of, is whack to me.
It's
like
whack.
you should be able to sit down as a grown ass man and if it's content, just have a good conversation. You know?
For sure. And that's like, I look back and I'm like, fuck. I wasted 2 years in this mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of where that probably not even probably, it hurt my platform. It hurt by not growing as it could have.
Yeah.
And not meeting and networking with the people that I could have because I'm shooting myself in the foot over some worry about a person's perspective or their perception or their judgment of me. When I don't even care about that shit in real life.
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, don't worry about nobody's perspective of you. Do you trust yourself? Are you confident? Do you love yourself? That's all that matters. And I wasn't doing it for myself in that arena. I'm like, dude, I've been tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about like the Ace Boys era, I think like around that time it was a good era because everyone had just left No Jumpers. So everyone was like super big community around each other.
Yeah.
You had Back on Fig on Monday. You had Apollo eventually on Tuesdays. You had Community Wednesdays, and then you had Ace Boys on Friday and stuff like that. So like people would pop up on each other's pod, and whoever was hot that week would you eventually see them on Wednesday with somebody.
Yeah.
That's when the umbrella came into
Yeah.
okay, Friday Smack was on, something happened on Monday, whatever. Like that shit was tight for me. That was like the peak.
It was
era of,
fire.
like you had to tune in on everyone's show because you don't know who's gonna pop up. It was just like a good time.
It was a good moment.
As a viewer.
As a viewer, for sure.
It was a good moment for sure. And it was like, man, I don't want to say a missed opportunity, but it was a self-sustainable ecosystem. You know what I mean? Like, it was a self-sustainable ecosystem where you had this pod, this pod, this pod, this pod, a little bit of beef, a little bit of drama, this and that. Oh, I'm going to go over there. Oh, Mac went over here.
Yeah.
And you can rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Bring this player over here. Okay, next week, Pun, you go over there. Or this, you do. We had a self-sustainable ecosystem that was fucking thriving.
It was.
But certain things get in the way of stuff, and I don't want to say what I think it is or whatever. Like, but in hindsight is 2020, and that's where I think I would have helped.
Yeah.
Like when I say I would have helped Pun, and it's like in those and inserted myself a little bit more. Like, hey, T-Rail, hey, what's up? Like, make the phone calls.
Yeah.
Like, T-Rail is never not open to helping or talking or AD. It's not like they were distant.
Yeah.
It was me not doing what I could have done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I see that self-sustaining ecosystem, guess what? I ain't seen that shit anywhere else.
Yeah. I feel like even as a fan, we were all like anti jumper for a moment.
Yeah.
You know? I wasn't watching any of that over there. I was watching all y'all fools and this is the LA, this is the culture, this is the real culture. And like you're right, it came to a realization where like, man, this is some bullshit, you know? Like, let me tap in as well over there.
Right.
Because I'm like, y'all complaining while y'all about them, what y'all also do within each other.
Exactly. And you bringing him on, and
you bring him on.
You guys
and-
are all shaking hands
Yeah.
and giving dap. It's all. It's. I don't want to say it's all for show, but like it's good for the bigger platforms.
Yeah.
Like you guys could. That's tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have your audience, and you have your audience. But for the smaller platforms,
Yeah.
it's making the audience have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't support Rios because Rios is over here.
Yeah.
It isolates you from a whole support system
does.
because now it's so divisive and so separate that somebody doesn't even feel comfortable supporting you just off the back. It's like, nah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck Lush because he's with Adam. Or fuck this person because he's with T-Rail. And so the people that come up under the smaller platforms is like your pie is small because just off the rip, 50% ain't fucking with you because they have had to follow suit with the big platforms. Like, oh, this is what they're pushing, so this is what we are.
Yeah.
But that doesn't. It's not helpful for everybody else.
Yeah. And how was it when you get the call from Adam, like, yo, pull up, Rios? Like, did it take you a while for you to like?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I manipulated that.
Okay.
Like I dropped the seed.
So Mac was right.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I gave Mac his credit. He saw the play. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing was that I started seeing this shit, and when I did see what I saw, I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it out loud." And when I said it out loud, there's a lot of backlash. There was a lot of people hating. A lot of people like, "Oh, what the fuck is Rios talking about?" Or you fucking hater. Like those fence sitters, the ones that are on the fence that barely fuck with you, and they revealed their hands. And I wanted that shit. I wanted those hands revealed so I could know who you are. And so that sparked something. And then I did another one just to see. And I was kept escalating it. And then having Adam say this, and then I say something back, and then cultivating that like just through airwaves.
Yeah.
And the respect. Like, I respect what he's doing. Like, he built all this shit up.
Yeah.
And then like, oh shit, Rios, he's doing a good job over there.
Yeah.
And then him reaching out and this and that, you know what I mean? I reached out to Moose Man first. I can't remember. Oh, it was after the Whack 100 thing.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to sit down with him, not even on a pod, but just to talk to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm older, you know what I mean? And I just want to talk to you and tell you something and help you navigate this shit. And you may take my advice or not, but I just want to give you some words of the wise. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm still trying to sit down with Moose or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was the first, Moose was the first person that I like reached out to just to chop it up. And but Adam reached out and like to tell like, nah, man, I ain't doing that shit or whatever. But then more drop seeds, like, okay, boom, now is the time.
Yeah.
And then I did it, and there's multiple reasonings behind what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't see it, but the ones who see it are like, oh,
the visionaries see it.
Yeah.
The visionaries, the ones that could vision that.
Yeah.
Did the whole Mac Rap going over there first even like helped you out a
I
little
was
bit?
on Mac Wap for doing that.
I know you
I
were.
was on him.
I know.
I was on Mac Wap. I was like, oh man, I know this. Me and Luck were both on him like, dude, that's just a nasty look. Nasty look. Like, that's disgusting. And I probably more so, not me more so than anybody, but I was on that side of like, that's whack as fuck. Like, why you over there sitting with him? You know what I mean? And it took a while. Like, it took some time to look.
Yeah.
Well, Mac Wap is also like a motherfucking
He's a joker.
dude, he's a joker.
He's the joker of the whole
mastermind.
system. Yeah.
he's a mastermind,
Yeah.
but he's like an orchestrator.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
he orchestrates things in the way that he can effortlessly
Yeah.
and not be affected by shit and move on from things and laugh at shit like, pfft, okay, whatever, back and forth, but don't take it too personal. The not take it personal shit is what I paid attention to this fool. Like, this fool, Mac. Like, god damn.
Yeah,
Like, he don't give a fuck. Like, but the other thing that I liked was he's operating with a freedom.
Yes, there you go.
He's operating with a freedom. Like
There you
he's
go.
moving freely. You know what I mean? Like he's not bound by any fucking beliefs or because of this or because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we need the opportunity to be free is now. You know what I mean? And shout out Society of Freedom.
Yes,
you know
I
what
am for freedom.
But like in a sense, yes, but not like 1 + 1 = 2.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But Mac is very pivotal in what I'm doing by looking at what he did and seeing the shit.
Yeah.
I would say yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because that even that moment with Mac, it was like I saw his play. I'm like, oh, this was gonna like put a wrench on everybody's motors and like just stir shit up and I even how he handled it after because there was a lot of backlash, a lot of emotions and
T-Rail going over there, yeah.
T-Rail going over there, Heather being involved, and he just like was able to like, I don't know. I feel like that catapulted him. He lost followers, but I think he gained so much more.
But he lost followers.
He did lose followers.
So I can do what
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he sacrificed
Yes, he did.
and he compromised followers or this and that or viewers. Like, well, if you're gonna leave, you're gonna leave. But that is a bridge and a path for me to do that, to make that path as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't lose any.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't really lose any. I gained more.
You gained more.
because it's softening the blow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like softening the where people feel jaded or hurt or this and that. Like, no, we keep doing this. We're gonna break down this wall and barrier. And it's not for T-Rail and Adam to get along or AD to go back over there. That's not, people think that's the goal. The goal is for us, the supporters, to freely support what they want and for people to freely
Yes.
move how they move. You shouldn't have to pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, that's a problem with our community in general, is that we're so segregated. We're so compartmentalized or whatever. Like, you over here, you over there. Or what do you identify as? What do you do? And it's like, oh, you stay in that box. Like, fuck a box.
Yeah.
Let's just, if we can operate freely, that's when we're going to create the best shit.
Yeah.
Because when you have chains on and you're not able to operate freely, good shit's not created.
Yeah. And like you said, back to the box, it's like almost like going back in some hood shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're operating from that box, and it's like, damn, now that you're free, you're doing it. But how does it feel now? Like now you've done it. Did like kind of like, what was that feeling after doing it? Like, do you still feel like, oh shit, I did the right thing, or
I feel
you
like-
had to wait till the love came?
No, like it's don't get me wrong. It's still people that are like against and saying that they don't like this and this and that. Oh, you have no morals and no integrity, and this is your character. You have no character. You lie, and it's like, I didn't lie. I felt that way at the time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I felt.
There you go.
I did feel that way.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm allowed to change my position.
Get new information and to grow with that. That's one thing that I hate. People would try to like crucify you over something that you said like years ago. Like, bro, like you get new information.
Yeah.
And that's what makes us like human beings, like be able to change your like, oh, you know, like even with the Trump thing, like people were pro Trump, now they're
Yeah.
against. Hey, and I'm cool with that. People switching. Hey, bro, like that's how life is.
That's how life is.
Yeah.
They present information that you believe, then you, as longer you go on, like, okay, he's not following up here, he's not following.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And you move on. And we should all be mature enough to not
Yes.
be stuck in a thought.
Yeah. And let's talk about did Pun call you
About what?
about any of this?
No.
He hasn't called you at all. Did you expect a call?
No.
No. I think it's because he also knows you, right? Like,
Yeah, like-
he knows that like you're trying to play this game.
No, he does. I don't think he knows that. I don't think anybody really understands what I'm doing. But what Pun understands is Pun is sort of like Mac too.
Yeah.
Pun is
Yeah.
elevating. Pun is a businessman. Pun has an understanding of the game. You know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't really necessarily know my position or where I'm going with it or whatever, but he sees it like, shit, we can do what you're doing. Like, what you do don't make me shit. What you
Yeah.
eat don't make me shit is how Pun moves.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna stop Pun from doing what the fuck he's doing. And shout out to Pun because he's doing some cold shit.
Mhm.
You know what
Yes.
I mean? Like, I love it. And nobody's reached out or called. But I'm not mad about that. You know what I mean? only person reaching out and calling is Adam.
Of course, the white man. But I don't even blame Adam because your brother, it's business.
It's business. I
It's
see.
business.
But you know what? I'm not ignorant to the fact of what is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But guess what I see right now? I see somebody in a vulnerable state, a vulnerable position of needing to make a change. Adam has to make a change right now.
I see it right now. I'm seeing
He
it right
has
now.
to.
Yeah.
Because it's not conducive to the future of his company to be doing what he's doing right now. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say, I hate what the fuck he's doing over there. I hate that he's, what people say, exploiting the hood or exploiting the culture.
Culture
this and that.
vulture.
Culture vulture. And I can't stand him. But then when you see that there's a pivot needed and there's a place for a positive light or for something to speak life into a situation, so you hate it, but you don't want somebody to help change it for what you would appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
You hate it so much that you don't want it to change its nature.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
And I want to congratulate you for that interview with Adam. He pulled up on your show. Which,
yeah.
bro, that was a great interview.
Yeah.
You almost on therapist shit. You connected things for him, and today he referenced that conversation again.
Did he?
He was like, "Yo, Rios pointing some things out that I'm looking at things." So I'm like, you did something to him on that conversation where now he's applying it to how he wants to move.
Yeah.
Because he said after the conversation he had with you, he had the situation with the
DC Baby Drake.
pepper spray situation. So even that, like, bro, how did it feel for you to have Adam in your house?
So he wasn't in my house.
Okay.
Not that I'm opposed to it.
Studio.
Okay.
Not that I'm like, people like, oh, you were crazy. I'm not opposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was not. It was in my studio.
Okay.
And that interview was so fucking easy. Like, I don't have notes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I need to be better. That way I'm reading a couple books or whatever. But Adam is a conversationalist. Conversationalist or whatever. He knows how to have a conversation. He knows how to talk. He's going to give an answer. It's not something you're going to ask him and he's going to be like, yeah, that's nice.
You're right.
And he's like, oh shit, okay. What's nice about it? It was cool. No, he's talking. He's going to have, and what I see in Adam, the shit that I see he's talented. He's a great interviewer.
He is very talented.
Like, if you don't pay attention, you don't think he's talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're not fucking watching.
That's true.
The motherfucker is quantity and quality.
Yeah.
And he's navigating. It just needs a different energy. I was supposed to be there today.
I know.
I was supposed to be there today, and something came up where I had to do something.
Okay.
And then
Cool Media came out. That's what happened.
but look, and that's the other thing. If I would have done that, I wouldn't have been able to make it here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I would have had to go over there a little bit later, but it would have went into to this, and
Appreciate
I signed up for this before that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I wanted to be here anyway.
appreciate
you know what I
it.
mean?
We
I love
appreciate
what,
it.
I love what you guys are doing.
appreciate
You know
it.
what I mean? You guys are building, having great conversations, and it's about pushing forward.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
it's similar like yourself. We're like saying like having those conversations that are thought provoking. That's kind of like so we're kind of like parallel to what we're trying to do in this space. You know,
Yeah.
we are from the hood, but now we're just moving forward and try to build
Yeah.
on all of that. And even for you, potting with Adam, did you see as yourself like as a measuring stick? We're like, hey, I'm here potting with one of the elites, but you're just right there as well.
Well, that's one of the reasons of wanting to sit down with Adam. It was like I didn't want to pod with him. I didn't want to pod first. You know what I mean? I want to sit down one-on-one. If you can sit down one-on-one with me, that means that you see something more than just podcasting, talking about something, a topic. You want to talk about me. You want to see how I'm thinking. You want to talk about, maybe you want to talk about FMW, but I'm going to have the skills and the professionalism to where I won't let you control that conversation. And I've been in interrogations. I know how to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know how not to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know this shit. But sitting with him was really cool, being at No Jumper and sitting there and how he was, because his interview was really good. And so when I interviewed him, I was like, I got to make mine better.
Yes. And it was. It was.
And I don't know if he's a better interviewee than I am. Maybe he interviews better than I do also. But it definitely sharpened my game. Like, you know what? When he gets over here, when he does come over here, I'm about to have a fucking cold ass interview.
It was cold, bro. That shit was fire. I
was
watched
dope.
the whole thing, and I'm like, damn, real. I hit you up in the DM, like, damn, yo, bro, you really did it up. Because, but you know what? I wasn't surprised because that's kind of what I expected from you and what I've seen throughout the years, that you are able to have these type of.
I feel like you're a conversationalist
Yeah,
too.
naturally.
Yeah. I am. And it took me a minute. And thank you for saying that. It took me a minute to realize like what my gift was.
Yeah.
And that's my gift is to talk. And so people want to see you where they met you at.
Yeah.
They want you to stay where they're comfortable with you. I'm comfortable with Rios being this way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a conversationalist. I want to be a person talking to people. You don't want me to. You want to stifle my growth.
Yeah.
You want to limit my growth by what you're comfortable seeing me do.
Yeah.
I can't live my life based on your comfortability with me. And so that's where I'm at right now.
I want to ask you about Manny, because was that a play with Manny with the whole super chat situation?
No,
That wasn't the first little wrench you guys threw. No, it was genuinely.
That was literally him.
They threw you by surprise though.
Shocked the fuck out of me. Shocked the fuck out of me. And it was a lie. Because we don't split the super chats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but like,
Hey,
if you
he
watch
was learning
it,
from pun. You know, he was learning from pun as well.
if you watch it, me and Fred are like, motherfucker, what?
Yeah, let me do a pun on pun right
Again,
quick.
like, wait, what? And so it was just like me, like Manny's not really as invested in the podcast world and streaming world. He just is our boy.
Yeah.
And he's gonna show up, he's gonna podcast with us, but he doesn't pay attention to everything else. Me and Fred knew exactly what was about to happen.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you just threw a fucking grenade in the fucking system. This is about to be talked about.
Of course. You know,
Like,
Mac was ready. Mac already had a whole production for that.
Send the kit. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, this motherfucker just really did that shit.
Yeah.
And Mac and Apollo stand up, Tiny, Keen, TF.
Apollo's
They
Fucking
called
I
John.
love that podcast,
Man,
bro.
all of them. Izzy,
Yeah. Kev, yep.
shout them out, man. But I knew immediately that not necessarily a shitstorm, but I knew some sort of storm was brewing from that little simple ass passive aggressive statement.
I feel like Manny gave you a couple of gems because he gave you that one and him being vulnerable with his own personal life. That one right there also, like, I was like, oh shit, like, I salute Manny for that.
Manny.
And that's kind of what I want more of you. In your platform, people to be able to express and be vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Break off that shell and kind of like show us the real you. And that's kind of like, shout out to Manny.
Shout out to Manny because
Manny.
that's not easy.
Not easy.
It's not an easy thing to do of not, because there's a difference between honesty and transparency. Like his honesty could be like, yeah, I'm going through a divorce.
Yeah.
The transparency is the reason he's going through the divorce. And a lot of men are not strong enough or comfortable enough to talk about that reason. And the shocking thing for me that I didn't think was gonna come out of that was how many men reached out saying that they went or are going through the same thing.
Yep.
Because we don't talk about that
We
shit.
don't talk about that.
And it's necessary to talk about it because that's one thing that will cause you to crash out.
To crash out.
For real
and
crash
to
out.
go back to what you know what I mean?
Exactly. And so that was an eye opener for me. And even the element of me and Fred being supportive of him through the situation, because I never had to be that kind of support system.
Yeah.
It's always been like, fuck that shit or this, that. But like helping your brother recover from like a true pain or a true hurt in a life-changing event, like family life is completely different. Life with the kids, life with the wife. And having to be patient, having to be understanding and not go the fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, wake up. You know, no, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's not how yeah, you be stern sometimes, but you got to let people mourn the way that they mourn.
Yeah.
Was that live?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn. Do you think if it was pre-recorded, he would have like said, "Hey, you might have to cut that out"?
I don't know if it was live or pre-recorded, but no, we never talked about it. We never talked about why Syndicate took a 4-month break. And that 4-month break hurt us. You know what I mean? Because we were gaining momentum.
Yeah.
And it was doing really good. And so then we took the 4 months off, and then we had to like build it back up. And it was out of sacrifice for our brother. Like, nah, we'll just chill. You know what I mean? Chill until we could get back. And even when we got back, there was no reasoning of why. You know what I mean? Like what was happening. And he chose when he was comfortable to speak about it, and he spoke about it.
Yeah, I love that clip, and I feel like everybody kind of like, oh shit, this was our potting.
Yeah.
Like at that point, you were potting on a different level.
Yeah.
You know, when you being that transparent. And even Adam fucking referenced that too, right? Like, oh shit, because it was coming from like quote unquote podcasts that come from the hood. Like you don't expect that.
No.
And for him to be transparent, so calm, and you could tell like he's healing and doing it the right way. It was salute, Manny.
Salute to Manny.
Manny
dude.
Meals, shout out Manny's Meals and shit.
Yeah, Manny. Hey, if you guys haven't gotten a chance to get Manny's Meals,
Yeah.
and it's not just because my brother, you know what I mean? Like, I shit on him if it was whack, you know? But the motherfucker is a bomb-ass cook. Like, Manny's a bomb cook.
Earlier, you mentioned how you realize that most stories are contrived. You know, when does it get too far where you have the responsibility to go back and be honest to your audience? Or does it, you know, or do you go along until you say, hey, like, I'm doing this in order to push my success forward, my podcast, my friends along? Like, when does it become too much?
Too much, I would say, when it's an unwarranted lie. You know what I mean? Like an unnecessary lie, or when it's like blatant, where if you don't respond, now there's a narrative that's living on the internet about you. Like there's certain things you have to be like, no, that's like, I need to get in front of this. You know what I mean? And there's some where it's just like people are jabbing. Like there's somebody right now that's jabbing that wants a lot of attention. But it's like, you're a peon. You know what I mean? Like you're a peon. Why
Do you find that happens a lot?
Yeah,
The
like
smaller podcasts?
I wouldn't even say smaller podcasts, but just like thirsty, desperate people. You know what I mean? There's always going to be thirsty, desperate people in any industry, any platform, anything. There's going to be those do anything to get where they need to get. Step on anybody, say anything to get to where you need to go. And there are those in this industry, and there's a couple right now. And it's like, I just ignore it. And it's a good ignore. And then we'll see what you're, not like what you're talking about in person, like a threat, but it's like, I'm gonna be able to look you in your eyes and see what you say. You know what I mean? And see if I believe what you say, and see if there's another story that you're gonna tell in person. So I just ignore those, you know, like let those fires die out, because what they're looking for is a response.
Have you ever taken any energy from like podcasting home and like how to deal with that at home?
I would say like the most I've had to deal with like in the podcasting world, like emotion wise, has been probably like this last few weeks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like just fighting the battle against everybody. You know what I mean? Like this person doesn't agree. They don't agree. They don't agree. They don't agree. What are you doing? You going crazy. You tripping. Like, and everybody having an issue. Like that has maybe bothered me more than anything in podcasting, because it's like I've given you a solid piece of me that you should understand, that let me just trust what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. Like his timeline has shown us that he is a solid person. He's moving in a way where he's not throwing us under the bus. He's not throwing me under the bus, or he doesn't hate me or this and that. Give me the grace that I give all of you.
Yeah.
And that's nobody in particular, but just it's a lot of people. And that like I haven't like taken it home, but I have told my wife, like, dude, this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy. But the best thing is when all those people are throwing rocks at you, the few people that jump in front of the rock, like, watch out. Chill out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
take your breath, recover.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take these throws of rocks or these people punching. I'll take them for you for a second. And those are the people that are reaching out saying, no, I appreciate you, Rios.
Yeah.
Hey, just the call-ins, the check-ins. Those are more valuable probably than any message that I've received. It's just the supporters and the people saying, it's okay. I don't understand what you're doing, but I fuck with you. Keep going.
Yeah.
You don't have to understand what somebody's doing. You don't have to agree with what somebody's doing. But if you love and fuck with somebody, you're gonna let them grow. You're gonna let them move. And that's the best shit. Like, it's been rough.
Yeah.
But those few that have come, it's like a shining light of like, oh, this is what it's for.
Yeah.
It's for this. So you can see this shit and recognize that and always support that and know what's real.
And I think, like you said, I think the real supporters that actually know you, like for throughout the years, like with me, you build enough credit to like give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
For you to do a move that may be questionable, but I'm like, I know that he comes from a righteous mind that he's doing it for a reason. So that's how I took it, and that's why I'm like, yo, let me go watch that interview.
Appreciate
and I watched it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's too early to call it because the Rios movie is still in motion. So we don't know. Like you said, there's little glimpse of, what can be, but we're basically still in the movie.
Yeah, it's still taking place.
Yeah.
And I've told people, like, they'll say, oh, I'm not gonna watch that interview, or I can't click a thumbnail with him in it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm not tripping. But your dislike for him outweighs your like for me.
Yeah.
So your hatred outweighs your love. Your hatred for him outweighs your love for me.
that is true.
Do you consume a lot of podcasts yourself?
No.
No.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to consume more podcasts and like pay attention to some more things that are happening. But I don't know if it's valuable now because what I'm seeing out of this shit is the shit is changing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
changing
What
fast.
worked
It's
before ain't
changing.
working now.
Yeah, it's changing, and it's like I'm gonna just say what I think is like what's gonna happen is like how Vlad's interviews drop, like the first part, second part, third part is where you're gonna have to make every chapter up. So look at a podcast or interview, and then I'm just making this shit up right now. Look at that interview or that podcast like a chapter book.
Yep.
And at the beginning of every chapter, pull the person in. You know what I mean? Like, and you're gonna release the chapters because it's coming down to short form
It is.
shit. You know what I mean? And it's like the fake shit is dying out.
Yeah.
Like what people are looking for is authenticity. And they've paid attention to so much content that they can see what's fake now.
Yeah.
Like they can see what's fake.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect collision for realness right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's why, and I'm not trying to be inflammatory,
No.
that's why a lot of people are saying like, people like the Adam 22, his whole No Jumper podcast is dying because they feel a sense of like inauthenticness from him?
Well, I would say the people that are saying the podcast is like his platform is dying are the people that want to see it die. You know what I mean? Like they have an incentive for it to die. They want that shit to be done. If you look at the motherfucker's track record, he recovers from these wounds.
Yeah, he does. Bro, he does.
That's some real shit.
He recovers from these wounds. It's like if anybody understands the highs and the lows and the pivots and the this and that, he even brought on Destiny and or with Flacco and this and that. Like he has a mind to find everything that most people pay attention to right now came through that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about the umbrella. I'm talking about other shit.
Other shit too.
Have come through this motherfucker see shit and it's like, oh, he's gonna recover from this. And so the authenticity, he is being authentic.
Mm-hmm.
What you see of him is him. His thirst for the culture or to be this. I saw him talking to, like, so I was going on there today, so I wanted to look at the characters of who were on there, like the J Hood.
Yeah.
And I have to get up to date on who he was or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I saw the first interview he did with J Hood.
Yeah.
I think he was fresh out. Like
Yeah,
he is
fresh
fresh
out,
out.
yeah.
And he's telling his stories. And it was almost like Adam was like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he's like,
All that pain, all that pain.
Like,
Pain is gold for Adam.
and he's just like, ooh, wait, how did it feel? Like, what was it like? And you can see him like just like thriving off that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's him. Like people say exploiting. I don't think you can say it's exploiting because these people are benefiting from being there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And these people are grown people and they've seen what's happened to other people. It's not like they're going in there blind and like super ignorant and just like willfully blind. They know what the situation is.
Yeah.
Adam knows what the situation is, but they see that the positive to what they're going to get out of it outweighs the negative.
Yes.
And if you have examples of what goes on there, you can't give all the power to Adam and say that, oh, he's the reason. This is evil. This is ugly. Okay, so you're calling all this shit ugly that's on there, but what's being platformed and presented is a real part of the fucking world.
Yeah.
It's a real part of the
true.
community. So do you hate Adam or do you hate this portion of your community? And what the fuck are you doing about it if you hate it so much because you're reserving all that hate for this white dude? But you really hate your community and you don't want people to see that shit. It's like the underbelly of the carpet is
That makes
being
I guess because he's platforming and like, oh shit, he shouldn't be talking about that.
Yeah, like,
but it's
keep-
like the
there's like-
darkness of the hood.
It's like keep family business at home.
Yeah,
dude. Keep family business at home. Like, nah, don't talk about that shit.
Yeah.
It's just being like it's Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, like, oh, you are the baby daddy or whatever. And
You're
it's
saying he shouldn't be responsible for the people he's trying to platform.
as a grown man, you're never responsible for another grown person.
Yeah.
Like if they choose to do this, if there is hours upon hours of footage of this platform and you just turn the blind eye to go on there, that's your own ignorant ass fault.
Yeah.
There is shit there for you to see and a track record for you to make a decision, a yay or nay.
That's interesting because I have this exact opposite observation happening with Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Because he's lost a lot of his core followers. He's still like the biggest podcaster
Yeah.
in the world, right? But he's lost a lot of his core followers because he's usually like he's a good judger of things. You know, he's typically has good morals, and so people sort of have this thing where they are doing away with Joe Rogan, and they're saying like, oh, Theo Von is like the new Joe Rogan because a lot of their talking points are like wars, etc., atrocities. So a lot of their talking points are like the Israeli situations, the Palestinian situations, and so they'll be like, oh, Joe decides to specifically reduce like the comments that Theo says almost to the extent of gaslighting him for thinking all these things. Because, you know, Joe Rogan is a sellout and blah, blah, blah. There's a million different reasons people are putting out there. So that is a good point that you're bringing up because, you know, there's his specific actions and what he's saying as opposed to Adam is just platforming some very eccentric people, I guess.
Yeah. And he's realizing it. And the thing with Joe Rogan is the compromise there is so blatant, bringing on the politicizing his platform.
Yeah.
You're a comedian, you're this far out like mushrooms and this and the intergalactic and aliens and all conspiracies and he's supposed to be everything.
Yeah.
But when you get so politicized that you're standing with the president and there's such a divisiveness to this person that you support, it's hard to support you. It's hard to decipher between, oh no, you know what? That's okay. I'll still fuck. Like that guy is so dangerous and so nasty in certain ways. It's like, oh shit, death. You know what I mean? Like there's like actual death involved. And I think like certain platforms, you're gonna isolate yourself when you politicize. You know what I mean? Like when you get too political, you're gonna lose half of the country because that's how separated the shit is right now.
Oh, that's true.
Like, and I think that's where it's hurting him. Whereas Theo Von is actually fucking funny as shit.
Yeah.
Like he's really funny, and he's vulnerable. He's real,
Incredibly vulnerable.
and storytelling, and his interactions with people are very opposite of Joe Rogan's, like a little bit knowledgeable about the questions he asks, and then challenging, like, well, what about this? And then Theo Von is like, let's talk. Let's have a good conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
And with Adam, like you said, is he's platforming these things, but he's seeing that he's gotten the squeeze from the juice from the squeeze. He's gotten it. And the more it's less juice coming out of that squeeze.
Nothing left.
I think he just puts a mirror to the hood and people got mad at that.
Get mad at it.
They're mad at it.
But he, like, everybody has done it.
Yeah.
It's not just him. Across the board, they've been doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so,
because as soon as one character leaves from the other one, they all come to this one.
This one.
And vice versa.
Well, damn, we might be next too.
We might be next.
so look, you see like Vlad, you see the Cam Capones, you see this and that. It's like the soft white underbelly type shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just getting played out. Like they're tired of it. Like, what's the next thing? And what's the next thing is regular motherfuckers that have substance.
Rios in that platform.
Yeah.
It's Rios the savior of no jumper.
Damn.
That's what people want to know.
I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like Adam is going to be the savior of no jumper. You know what I mean? Like he has to save his own platform, and he has to deny himself what he what he's been enjoying. You know what I mean? Like he has to be dedicated to his, which I think he is. You know what I mean? Like nobody else can do it for him. It's on him.
Do you think it's him doing it personally or building the team around him that'll eventually do that? Like bringing you on?
Both. Like it's him, the realization, and not even just no jumper. I think everybody has to make pivots at times. You know what I mean? Like I think one of the great pivots that just happened right now is Sharky added to Back on
Yes.
Fit.
Yeah. Shout out to Sharky. We had him yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, you had him yesterday?
Yeah, we had him on All Facts. Shout out to Sharky. He's working right now, bro. He's probably one of the hardest workers right now.
Dude, like the addition of that was T-Rail seeing that I need to add something else. And it's not to shit on anybody. It's just like, okay, we need to add a different energy. A great pivot. T-Rail having Whack 100 and R&B on the Heather and Him show. I'm Not Married.
Yeah.
I watched that today. I was like, I see it.
Yeah.
I see the work. I see it working. Everybody has to make adjustments here and there. Look at all the shows that FMW or Back on Fig have had. That's not a negative thing. That's a motherfucker trying to work and figure this shit out.
Yep.
And so the more you do, the more you learn. And so they're doing great shit right now.
I think it's part of the game is pivoting. That is a media game.
Yeah.
You gotta, because it's always forever changing. So you gotta pivot, and don't be fair. I mean, don't be scared to fail again. And
It's a part of it. Failure is a part of it.
Yeah.
Let that go. That didn't work. Okay.
It's starting to feel like this is all just part of like the new promo campaign, like strategy. You know, he just added Sharky. You just had Sharky the other day. Maybe there's like 4 or 5 other podcasts he goes on, and boom, he's done with the LA circuit. Now he goes to New York, does the same thing. It's like we're the new MTV or E News. You know, like it's just they got to make the runaround whenever they're doing a new campaign.
It's the promo tour.
It's the promo tour.
And way more effective.
You think? Is it because it's like the audience is so much more concentrated?
The audience is so much more concentrated, but it's you could get a right now. Is Sharky a rapper?
Sharky, he raps sometimes.
Okay, so let's just say Sharky's a rapper. Like he raps sometimes, and he may have done 50 interviews up until 3 months ago, right? Like he did 50 random interviews through his life. people have learned more about Sharky in the last month and a half, 2 months, just from podcasts than they have from his 50 interviews over the last 5 years.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because it's so much time being spent and so much conversation happening in one podcast that you get to really build an investment and a connection to the person. So the fans of podcasters and the fans of like what we're doing, supporters, they know that they're supporting somebody that they are invested and they fucking know. They relate to them more now.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
For sure.
They find a person that reminds them of themselves or somebody that they know. And through a 5-minute interview or a promo tour, oh, how's your album? What's the #1 song? Why did you make this album? Why? Versus, hey man, damn, I remember when my mom fucking beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Or I remember when I had to go to my sister's wedding and this and that. They're like, damn, that's crazy. I did that.
Yeah.
That's essentially like a character development, like when you're watching a movie.
Yeah.
That's
That you fall for
exactly
it,
it.
and then you're all in, like no matter what you want that person
That's
to
exactly
succeed.
it.
Are we all just Truman Show now?
We're all like damn near with the IRL. But look, I fucking hate the lady who killed Selena in Jennifer Lopez movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what character she plays.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't stand that lady.
Yeah, when you
because
see
she
her and
killed
everything,
Selena.
yeah.
Like I'm like, oh no, man.
Hey,
fuck
same
no.
thing in Game of Thrones. That guy couldn't play anything because everyone hated him after.
Hate you.
That's true.
Because you did such a good job. Like I think if I saw that lady in person, I'd probably turn my head like,
Fuck that lady.
because it just is it. That's how powerful relating and like getting to know character development, and because it's not only because you hate that lady, it's because you fell in love with Selena. You fell in love with Selena, and not just J-Lo playing Selena. Selena, the real Selena, was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, yeah, like you fucked with my person, fuck you forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the last questions. So moving forward, are you gonna be part of the Tuesday show?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
No.
You were just a guest?
Yeah,
You're just a guest.
Yeah, I was a guest today, and
Are you opposed to it?
to being on the Tuesday show, I
Yeah.
wasn't opposed to it. I said yes. I was supposed to be there,
Okay.
but it was just
We need like a regular, like as a
Part of the cast.
part of the cast.
from what I saw because I didn't know what Monday, Tuesday shows were, like what the
Tuesday's
type.
like their main show. Tuesday.
Okay.
It's like their premium show.
Okay, so from what I saw it as today and what was presented today, no.
Yeah.
Like that's not my my content.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best
Like,
Tuesday show.
it-
But I would say it was
But
very loose.
If it is structured in a way that like I can thrive, I don't think I would thrive in that. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I would be good in that scenario. Like nothing against them. I just don't think I have much to add to that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like I don't think it would be good for Adam. Yeah, I don't think it would be good for me to be in that. And I think
and that's why he referenced you, because he was like, "Yo, it's kind of getting a little crazy in here." And then he referenced
Okay.
you, but like, we had this conversation with Rios about not having this element as much no more. So even him realized, oh, this shit's getting
This
Yeah,
is
it's
what
a
Rios was
played,
talking
getting a little
about.
played out. You
it's
know?
a little crazy,
Yeah.
and it's like, and not that I'm knocking it. It's just like that's just not good for me. You know what I mean? Like it's just not good for me. And I've carved out my life out of that. You know what I
Yes, you
mean?
did.
Like
Yeah.
I've carved my life out of that. Not that I don't respect it and don't appreciate it, but it's just what I've built out of. And I'm not trying to spark any temptation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or anything like that. And I respect what he's got going on. And the Monday show, the Tuesday
So then
show.
with Moose, I told Moose, like, we had a conversation of why not Rios? Because they're still trying to figure out what works.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, I'll be good.
Oh shit!
You know?
Shout out Moose, man.
Yeah.
Like, if it's, I'm not because this is what I'll say. Why people were so mad? A lot of people were so mad about what I did was that at times I said never. I would never do this. I would never do that, and they feel betrayed because of the never.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say never. All right, I wouldn't do that. I'm not opposed to it with some changes or
Yeah.
with some things. If it's conducive to my life and
Yeah.
productive for what I'm doing, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not against it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire. Damn. Okay. Now you launch your new channel. Let's talk about that a little bit. And what was that? What was that change for? Because I know you had a channel, right? What was the whole purpose of opening a new channel?
So with Society of Freedom, that's the podcast channel, like where I have like the pre-recordeds, the sit downs.
Okay.
That, and then I wanted to separate myself from the brand.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want my face to be what's associated with Society of Freedom. I wanted to think of everybody. I don't want it to be like, oh, that's Rios's page. That's why I took my name off it to be Society of Freedom.
Yeah.
And then I started looking. I was like, I'm dominating the channel with
Like it's too much about you, your name. Yeah,
exactly. And so I was like, let me start this other channel and Mr. Jason Rios and start doing my lives, the R files, and doing stuff like that I enjoy, that me and my people can connect with and talk to them.
Having your son on there.
Having my son on there, you know what I mean? Like father like son. And that's why. And I think like in the future of like paying people and doing stuff, it's beneficial to take me out of the equation.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm really trying to build something professionally and like really a business, like, and for us to believe the analytics and the numbers and what's coming in, remove yourself out of that shit.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm doing with Mr. Jason Rios.
And I want to shout you out, even your woman co-hosts. I really
Javonda and
I really
Anya.
like them. I really like them.
You should bring them on,
Bro, because they remind me of like my people, like
Dude.
It reminds me of LA, you know?
Dude.
Like that energy, you know what I mean?
They're so good.
They're funny.
They're so real.
Relatable.
Dude.
Really dope. I
In
fuck with
perfect
them.
perspective,
Yeah.
Javonda and Anya, just good personalities, good people, funny, beautiful, smart. So yeah, I love them, man. And I just met them. I didn't know them before the podcast.
Okay.
I just saw them on Instagram and I was like, fuck, this is gonna look so weird.
Yeah.
And I slid in the DMs. I was like, hey, I'm a married man.
Yeah.
I do a podcast at my house.
Right.
My wife is usually here. Why don't you guys come on for an interview on Reality Check? But before I even did that, I was like, I want those girls on the platform.
Fire.
And when they came, we did the Reality Check. I was like, that was y'all interview, really,
Yeah.
to be on this. Do you guys want to have a podcast? And it worked out.
It worked out.
Fire.
Even though Macro was trying to be a little messy, huh?
Yeah.
With that. It was Keem, right? Keem, fucking
Yeah.
Keem. Always. And then he wondered why they treat him the way they treat him.
Yeah, Keem did that. Yeah, it was Keem. And
I was like, nah, this fool did not do that. This is a married man. Like, chill.
but look, before we get out of here, if you guys have
Yeah.
any more questions, that's fine.
No
Like,
worries.
I want to say this before I forget. What we enjoyed about the umbrella and all that stuff, what I said was the sustainable ecosystem.
Yeah.
And that's what we're building.
Mhm.
You are building. I'm
Appreciate it,
building.
yeah.
Full community.
Yeah.
Apollo. Like, this is where the intermingling needs to happen. This is where we need to build out. If that's what the goal is, if that's what we enjoyed,
Yeah.
we need to start building that. You know what I mean? And we need to start cross-collaborating and coming here. Hey, we got this concert, or we're doing this and that. And then our fans, our supporters, or our families, our friends are becoming family and friends and supporters of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the unity
That's
and
true.
unifying together is like, why the fuck y'all not over here? Come do the R files. Fly. Came over like,
Oh, yeah,
did
shout
the
out
R
Fly.
files, you know what I mean?
Fly's
Like,
doing his rounds. Like,
Yeah.
people doing his
Our
rounds.
and so,
No, that's very true because even streamers do the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, exactly.
All the big streamers from the Kaisa Nats to the Phantoms and whatever, they all got like 100 to 100,000 followers, etc. They collab within one another. They all have their own platforms, just like Cult Media. Let's say each one of us, has their own thing. And then they go off and do things with everyone else. They're all incredibly successful.
Right.
And the more they collaborate with other people, I can remember when Kai had his first streamer university.
okay.
There was a agent. He's part of Kai Sinat's like group. And then
Oh, he
there's
was a professor. Was he teaching like
yeah.
back? Yeah.
And then there's another streamer, Extra Emily.
Okay.
They were both relatively small. After that whole streamer university thing, they blew up because people loved the dynamics between them two.
Really?
They were incredibly successful together. And then so
What?
they brought it to like the pinnacle of like streaming. People wanted to see them stream for months and months, and they
Yeah.
did so. And I think they hit a point where they're like, all right, we got to
back
stop.
up for the, yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to be dependent on one another. But I'm pretty sure they grew to like hundreds of thousands of followers within that time span. And that's exactly what you're talking about. It's exactly what we got to do. We just, we're going to hit a stride at some point.
Yeah.
You, us, me, whatever. And we're just going to grow and grow. And, it's great to grow these communities because we can bring each other along.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And then the importance of everybody creating their own thing. You know what I mean? And it's not to create your own thing to be this like blow up successful, but create a space where you can interact and talk to your people. You know what I mean? Like have your own YouTube or have your own Instagram or whatever where you're getting to interact outside, because if everybody's building individually, it only makes the together bigger. You know what I mean? Like that's key also.
Jeez, hey. Damn, it's going great. You know what? One of the easiest podcasts I've ever done. Like that just shows that you're a great podcaster. You're great a journalist. You're great. You're a great energy. Is there anything you want to leave us before you head out? Because I don't want to take too much of your time. Because
I'm good. I've got the time set aside. I would like to ask y'all a couple questions. You know what I mean? Like, fly. But everybody, what is it that you want out of this?
Okay, I think you already asked me that last time. I think eventually, like you said, not outgrow, but like eventually, like have your platform to speak to your people.
Yeah.
Because I think we all, in our own ways, we have different things that we like, and we attract our own people.
Right.
So I think that's key. I know every time like I put Instagram stories, I see the people who are in this space or watch, what's going on. They react to it more as opposed to like the people that I know, like my friends from home. Or, they're not reacting to that. They're not quite there yet. Yeah. But once I start to like, speak, get my platform and talk to these people, then that's when they start to come in. But I mean, for now is just soak up the game like I've been doing and keep showing up.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna keep doing my solo missions, regardless. I take a lot of pride in like just going on my solo mission on my own because it got me this far. So I'm not gonna stop now.
And
it means a lot.
And the growth too, because I feel like even in the last year or so, like seeing you very more reserved in the beginning to like now for seeing you with MacWab,
because
seeing you with Rios, like to me that's fire.
Because you get to see other, you get to be in other rooms, and you're kind of forced to like step up. My first time on the Apollo, it was good. It looked good, but it wasn't. I needed to be a little bit more into the conversation, and that's just with learning. Because every time I go over there, I get to do more and say more and know when to jump in and stuff like that. Yeah. And also like the banter, like they're not on me yet.
Yeah,
once the banter starts, I know the live chat was eating it up, and I know they be saying it. There was also like Reddit. There was like when I took over the population page, there was a Reddit thing. Like,
okay.
Well, why is bro taking a page?
Hey,
like,
they talking about you, man. As long as they talking about you, saying your name.
Like,
and look, you would never know that if you didn't make that choice to do those things. If you didn't make the effort to have that action, you can only build out of action. You can't build out of thinking, just like sitting there. You got to put the thought into action, and you are only going to get better from doing things.
Yeah, and also at your own pace. Like, if I was like, more eager or, more, out there, I would force myself or maybe try to do more. But at the end of the day, like I'm busy too, and I got other stuff going on, and I feel like I'm at a good pace, and wherever it goes and wherever it leads me, like
you're a producer, you're a podcaster, you're a photographer.
Man, congratulations,
thank
dude.
you. No, congrats to everybody.
I see your grind, and it's interesting just to hear people's thoughts on what they see for themselves. Because I have my own idea of what I see.
Yeah,
it's like dope.
Yeah, thank you.
Go for it.
That was actually my question to you. Like, where do you see yourself?
No. Yo, time for you to talk.
Nah, what you mean?
No, he asked you a question.
Well, I mean, for the most part, like, hey, no.
He would talk nothing.
Oh, I'm trying to like maneuver my way out.
Answer the question, David.
Nah, well, I mean, I'm very new to the podcasting game. You know what I mean? So to me, honestly, as I even sit here listening to you conversate with them, I'm still like a viewer in the sense, you know what I mean? Where I'm in the podcast with you guys, but I'm really trying to learn off of you and how you're maneuvering with this. Because, I mean, I know this is not something new to you, but you're branching out in the sense where now it's unknown territory.
Yeah.
You're doing this for yourself, as I am. You know what I mean? I've been doing 9 to 5 since I left high school. You know what I mean? So my mentality is all grind mode work.
Yeah.
Stepping here to me is more of a, not necessarily a hobby, because I see my boy grinding and working his ass off and doing this, but I see this as an enjoyment. Coming in here, partying with you guys, seeing how this is building out and unfolding. It's just kind of putting me in a position where it's like, I kind of want to do this for a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to leave 9 to 5 and just focus all on this. You know, because there's a lot of opportunity here, not just being in front of the camera, but also being behind the camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's still kind of like myself trying to analyze, where do I want to put myself at?
Yeah.
Do I want to keep being in front of a camera? Am I even good in front of a camera? Or do I want to be behind it and start kind of like navigating that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, podcasting is fun. I like it. I don't know if I see myself in front of camera often enough, but, you know, we're doing it.
You can do it all.
Launched your candle company.
Oh, yeah, but
you know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying? Like,
no,
bring
yeah,
it up,
that's all
That's
branching,
part of,
right?
Part of the
I mean,
thing. It's part of the like.
Yeah,
the,
that was always a thought in my mind.
Yeah.
Doing this, seeing him, how he's moving, just kind of puts me in that position where, like, bro, you got something, do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He put himself in those positions where it was uncomfortable and he's thriving.
Yeah.
Why not do it?
Why not?
what I mean?
And it's so much, and this is the future.
It is.
People aren't watching TV.
Yeah.
Like channels and cable, and they're watching streaming. They're doing this and that.
I see it. I got a 15-year-old at home, and that's all he does.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
And so, and when we look at our children, our 15-year-olds, we're watching the change. You know what I mean? Like, we're literally watching us become dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Like what we do, if they're not doing it, it's done, because they're going to overshadow everything. And I think you're in a great place to be a sponge and just learn over here with Prime and just looking at the cameras, learning the lights and doing that shit. It's such a lucrative place to be, because you know that you're ahead of the curve right now. You know what I mean? To be ahead of the curve and see that shit is a very valuable position. And everybody is important. Every conversation. I forget how many people are on YouTube. There's billions of people on YouTube. There's people that will watch YouTube and just watch people pick dirt out their ears. You're
I caught myself watching that too.
Hey, dude, I'm telling, like just hearing things. You're interesting to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You are interesting to a lot of people, and guess what? It's thousands of people that will relate to your exact story.
Yeah,
that is true.
Just know that and have the confidence in that, and you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Brandon.
Oh, I joined because at first I saw it as a business opportunity. I trust Prime. As soon as he told me he's starting all this, I'm like, you know what? I'm in. I'll do what I got to do best. I do the marketing side, so I'm like, you know what? We can get this organically to a certain point, and then I will start working my magic, because I see that Prime has been working. He's put in the work. He's put in the proof of concepts. But as soon as I started being here in the room, and like he forced me to be in the front seat too.
Good shit,
Because
Brian.
I was trying to make my own content for my business too. And so, but it just made me realize, you know what? This is going to be a long grind. It's not overnight success. But it also made me think of a lot about legacy media is dying. We are the new media. We are going to be, everything's going to be centralized now. You know, you change the channel to exactly what you want to see. You're not going to see, the Sunday news every day or whatever. So this is exactly what I thought. This is our chance to create a legacy. And I've always thought about like, man, the people we've surrounded ourselves with, primarily Prime and you guys for bringing in interesting guests like yourself. It's like we're sort of like an edgy thing going on, and I've always appreciated advice. RIP to them. They're essentially dead, and I see this as a chance to put Latino stories forward, because that's our primary thing. But also just create a legacy for ourselves and put people on the map that deserve to be on the map, because we're in Los Angeles. There's a million stories to be told here, and there's no one like us sharing them.
Right.
So why not us be the person to be sharing those?
Why not you?
Yeah.
Why not y'all? And that shit is so dope, because sometimes we don't realize in the moment, and I advise everybody to get the book Power Now by Eckhart Tolle. I always tell everybody about that. But what you guys have and the people that you're around and the talent and the skills and the access that you guys have is not normal. Everybody doesn't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes we'll be so deep in the forest, we don't see the trees, or for the trees, you don't see the forest. You guys are in a great position to do whatever the fuck you want. And I just want you guys to win for sure. And I know you guys are. And just know you guys are talented. You're killing it. You're doing a great job.
You made it easy as hell today.
Like for real. And you guys are all grinding and you guys are all doing something to build this up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to know that to have a good team, a strong team, you guys are doing a good job, man.
Like even like what Brenda said, even him, he became one of my favorite voices here because he's different. He has his own mentality, his own angle. We're all very different, and like for me, I always want to put people that are smart around me. Like that way, it just helps out. I don't want to be just like a bunch of me's around.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to be spread out because Latinos, we're all different. We all come from different. Like he's into different type of stuff. He's different, and he's different. We're all different, and I think that's what the thing about us. I don't want to always put Latinos into one box. It's just like, no, we come. You're also Latino. You know what I mean? We all come in different colors and everything. And for me, it's just building the first $1 billion Latino media company that's actually Latino, because Univision and Univision are not. And that's my goal, to build $1 billion network. Not only podcasting, but films and TV shows, because that's even my background as well. And for me, the internet is very important because it is the future. Meaning, like, movies are not doing as well as they once was. So you have to control the internet as well. At the same time, put movies out and put shows on TV. But that's the overall. And we're not only just a Latino network, because I still want to be inclusive to other groups. But primarily, I do want to keep it 70% Latino with the inclusion of other groups like the African Americans, the Asians, because it's LA. LA is multicultural, and I still want to still have the door open for anybody else to be a part of Cold Media, not just brown people, anybody.
Anybody. Exactly. But you're supporting your people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're supporting your people. What would you say is like the biggest hurdle for a Latino podcast? Or what stereotypes are you trying to get past?
For me, my biggest hurdle is that the people that are in power in the Latino industry, when it comes to entertainment, they're very safe.
Okay.
Right? They don't like edgy. These are people that have gone to school. They're super square.
Yeah.
And when they see Latinos that are edgy, and they automatically just think negative, or they feel like, oh, you gotta clean yourself up, because America has this thing about always trying to like polish up Latino stories, and it's like, nah, we're edgy, we're loud, we have, there's negative things, there's positive things, it's like we're a mixed bag. And for the most part, when you go behind these, like I've been in rooms with like HBO and Amazon, and a lot of them, they look at us like that, like we have to be cleaned up in order for us to be platform.
Right.
And that is a struggle with even Hollywood. Telling brown stories. That's what we were like 0.0% of stories being told. And it's because that, like, they'll polish a Latino story, and Latinos, they look at it like, yo, bro, that's some polished shit.
Wow. Yeah, that's some washed shit.
Some washed
like,
shit. That's some Latinx stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole Latinx thing. And people are so anti that because, yo, we're edgy, we're smart, we're ghetto, we're obnoxious, we're loving, we're
all encompassing.
Everything. You know, we're everything. And that's my point, like for us to be like almost like a vice, but for the Latino community, and just try to do some shit out here.
And I can second that, because I've been in rooms. I used to be in filmmaking, and I had the opportunity to be in a room with literally like the presidents of NBC, ABC, Fox, because we were trying to get funding for the program I was a part of. And you know, I was like 18 at the time, but the way I was looked upon by these people, it wasn't like a respectful way. It was like, you know, oh, it's another Mexican kid trying to make it in our city, you know, like. So, you know, I always keep that in the back of my head too. I know times are changing, and you know they're probably better now, but the people in power always are sort of, you know, looking at people of color in not the best ways. And so that's why that pushes me to be want to increase the range of this podcast, but also the success of it.
Right.
Because our success is everyone else's
Yes.
success. Because we're only trying to push, your local artists forward, your local musicians, etc. We've had a lot of great musicians
we had a lot of
where
great
I've said,
musicians.
hey, like this could be on our airways,
Yeah.
but they'll never give them the time of day.
Exactly. But what you guys are doing is giving a multifaceted, different look of what we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to show y'all that it's not this cookie cutter thing. And the authenticity, what I said, is going to start winning. The realness is going to win. And then I have one more question before I don't know if it's Latino or Mexican rappers in Los Angeles. My question is, what's stopping the success? What to you like is stopping like the global success of Mexican rappers here?
I've been in the industry in the Latino industry for rap since 2006. So I saw the whole change of. I managed one of the bigger ones as well for a long time. My opinion is we get caught up in the whole local, like people don't travel out there to expand their sounds.
Right.
I feel like we just get comfortable with what we know, and that's all we're gonna do.
Right.
Like that's why when I see the new wave, which is they're doing well, like the lefties and pesos, they're doing well for a Mexican rapper.
Yeah.
They're not doing well.
That's what I'm trying to
They're
get
not doing
at, like,
well when you're comparing them to the other people that transcended LA.
Yeah.
They're doing well locally. Like, they're millionaires, they're buying houses, but when you look at the sound overall, we're not competing sound-wise with people that are innovating in music.
Yeah. That's a great point.
We don't bring innovation. We just follow it.
Yeah.
Like I'm the only one person that I think, my opinion, brought innovation was Tekashi 6ix9ine, and unfortunately, it got spoiled, right?
It got spoiled because he was kind of cosplaying.
Yes.
Right. And so I was like, okay, what's dying? What is wrong with LA right now? You got so majority of black rappers are the successful rappers in LA, like big rappers, right? Are the bigger rappers are black, but now you have copycat black rappers trying to sound like other black rappers, you know what I mean?
Rico Ruler,
like that's what they're all trying to sound like that guy, right? And so then you have unauthentic shit happening because now they're just trying to reproduce that.
Mimic that.
But then you have Mexican rappers trying to reproduce what they're reproducing, and it's like unauthentic, in the same sound.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is that no one is being innovative.
Because even when we talk about Money Sign Sway, he sounded just like Kodak Black.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah.
Even though we praise him, I fuck with Money Sign Sway, but he was just a replica of Kodak Black. He was just a Mexican version.
Yeah.
When I hear about Mexican OT, he just reminds me of a replica of like Twista and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just we're not innovating enough, and at all basically, and I'm still waiting for that artist to innovate.
Yeah.
I think Peso has the skills for it, but sound wise, he is not innovating yet.
And is that non-innovative part, is that stopping Latin support of those artists? Do you think like that they're seeing? Do you think that the support system is like, well, I don't like that. I don't like. It's not new.
I think another pitfall is that specifically to Latino artists in LA people don't want to support you. And it's sort of like, and we heard it from Juice because he was like, he's a LA rapper. He said that he got more support as a rapper from LA out when he was in Atlanta and New York.
Yeah.
He was well received, much better than here locally.
Yeah, shout out Juice from TD.
Yeah.
Shout out to Juice.
Juice.
Because, here you have a city of 5 million Latinos. They're all like, it's another Latino rapper, whatever. So I think it falls to some responsibility to rappers to sort of put their names out there in other places,
Yeah, and
They
get
don't,
that.
they don't
difference.
travel. They don't
They don't
travel, bro. They don't. Instead of spending that money on the club or on lean for that night, yo, go to Houston and tap in with the producer over there.
Right. Right.
Go to Atlanta, tap in with this producer,
Yeah.
expand your sound. Like Kendrick
Run to
didn't become
Atlanta.
Kendrick until he went to New York.
But look at Kendrick.
Yeah.
What does he sound like? Nobody
else.
Nobody else. And so when we were coming up, you had your E40s.
Yes.
Sounds like nobody else.
Nobody else.
You had your Snoops. Sounds like nobody else. And I think that might be an issue that's happening here.
Oh, yeah,
Just
it is.
just in general, is that nobody is creating a new sound.
And I always argue with everybody because they look at me as a Draco the Ruler hater. And I don't. I'm just be like, bro, like, he was a gift and a curse. Like,
Right.
and then they'd be like, oh, but he blew up. Like, he didn't blow up. He was local rapper. He became like the new RJ.
Yeah.
Where they're just like a local sound. And yeah, they're making money. They're making millions of dollars, but at the same time, they're not innovating anything.
Yeah.
They're just, you kind of like, I don't know, I feel like Draco the Ruler, it was a gift and a curse where now everybody's trying to emulate that.
Trying to emulate that.
That's it. And they're cool with that because their homies in the studio, oh, yes, it's
That's
hard.
dope.
And like, just put that shit out.
They know it works.
Just
Yeah.
put that out. I'm gonna say TF,
Yeah.
right?
Shout out TF.
Dope.
Yes.
Just dope, right? Just sound, substance, being able to switch up and be in this. I think really what's about to happen is that your standard is gonna have to be, you're gonna have to be able to survive on different
Yes.
platforms. You're gonna have to be able to rap.
Rap.
Like
Yeah.
like to be the next one, you're gonna have to be able to rap, be able to freestyle, like do these kind of things. And when the next younger person starts idolizing a TF, like, oh shit, I like that sound. And when they innovate from that, is what I think is like the evolution is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, okay, knowledge, real intellect into the music, not some drug, slow shit. Like,
Yeah.
and like adopting other people. Like, I think when we get to that is when it's like really gonna take off.
Yeah.
I
'cause
hope so.
Even like TF putting himself in the not popular lane.
Yeah.
And I watched TF's career since his first mixtape. And because my people were behind with him, creating and all that stuff. And to see him just pivot, but always just be hip hop. And even with connection with that DJ Muggs.
Yeah.
Like I seen that connection 4 or 5 years ago before they even dropped an album together.
Yeah.
So even him like being patient enough to like work and eventually like look what he's doing, bro. He had an undefeated collab in Japan with DJ Muggs.
Dope.
You know what
dope.
I mean?
And those are the things that we need to be looking to. Like, that's successful.
Yes,
That's success.
that's success.
That's success right there. Okay, look at what he's doing. Off of some shit that not a billion of people are talking about, but it's success.
Yeah.
And he's been dropped. I don't know if he's doing little snippets, Scandalous Summers.
He's about to
I don't know
drop
if he's
again.
about to drop another one.
Drop
Yes.
again.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bro.
let's go.
And the lane for like a TF to be successful is open, bro. It's there. It's just that LA don't look at that one. They look at what's popular instead of like, hey, these popular rappers are only here for 2 years.
Yeah.
TF has been here for over 10.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And slowly, but now people are seeing, oh shit, he's busy. He's more busy. He has more passport stamps than your rappers are supposedly popping.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he came up under watching and seeing.
Watching, patient.
Boom. Oh
Patient.
shit. Damn. Schoolboy Q. Okay.
Yeah.
Kendrick, this and that. He's been groomed, like he's groomed and turned into this like force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Merch, capitalizing on everything, production, movies, videos. And
Yeah, movies at the arc, like
Yeah.
even that, I'm like, damn, his new album is fire. Like
Dude.
his new album with DJ Muggs is fire. Fire. But
damn, so
sheesh.
Scandalous Summers is gonna be, I'm anticipating that. And I just wanted to stop with that and say, like, shout out TF, man, because
Shout
he's
out,
making
yes.
some good fucking music.
Yes.
And people are always saying, oh, what's LA doing? The dude Conway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Conway.
gave him a big shout out
Yes.
when he went in there. He's
Yeah.
like, nigga, you are it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, from a Griselda member, like,
Yeah.
and one of the top dudes, like,
And they've been, because
They've been linked up.
they've been in 2019 when we brought Australia Underground Hip Hop Blog. We brought Conway the Machine, Benny, and Westside for their first LA show ever. And TF was already there. He was already on stage. So they've been, and people didn't see, like, TF saw that. He saw, like, oh shit, there's still a lane for rappers that rap.
rap. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think even him going through the whole ups and downs of the music industry and realizing that. And just shout out to TF.
Shout out TF. Shout out Doe Networks.
Shout out Doe Network.
Hey,
Shout out
man.
Bell. Shout out the whole team. Oh, Osby Chill, which I've been bumping Osby Chill a lot from the jungles, man.
Water.
Great. Water.
Water. Yeah.
Water's fire. But then LA has a lot of talent. It's just like we're just so caught up on what's popular.
Yeah.
Whereas like the music is bigger than that. You know what I mean?
I got my money on Coyote though.
Coyote,
Coyote?
the highest, the hardest worker Latino rappers right now.
They're two brothers from Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Javonda went to prom with one of them.
Oh
Really?
shit!
Yeah. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
But she went to prom with one of the Coyotes. Yeah.
That's random.
Sheesh! All right,
Yeah.
Rios, I appreciate you
Yeah,
pulling
man.
up.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank
For
you
real.
for having
One of
me,
our
man.
best episodes, bro. We dropped a 2-hour banger. Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
And shout out to your wife, because I know, man, that takes a lot of love, a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's God given. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, for the last
100%.
time, where can we find you at?
Mr. Jason Rios on Instagram, TikTok, Kick, and then Mr. Jason Rios on YouTube. And I have Society of Freedom on YouTube and Society of Freedom _ entertain ENT on Instagram also.
All right, David, where can we find you, David?
David Cope Media and follow La Candelita.
Yay. Let's go.
Find your fly.
Recuerdos by Fly.
Recuerdos about fly.
brand more.
Prime God, Cold Media TV. Follow us. We got some big shit coming up. Shout out full community. Shout out everybody. Shout out Jason Rio. Shout out the whole Ace Boy Punch. Shout out the whole community
Everybody.
world. Shout out No Jumper. Shout out everybody that's doing
Right.
it, dog. 'Cause
See,
it
that's how
takes
you
a
do
lot.
it. That's
It's a
how you
lot.
do it.
Adam, tap in. He only taps in when we have messy shit going on.
Yeah.
All right, and we are out.
Boom.